I'd like to call the Monday, June 25th, 2018 Blue Springs Planning Commission meeting to order. And if I could ask you to please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to welcome all of you this evening and the commissioners and those watching. Tonight what we have is number one, we have the consent agenda. Number two, the master alternative sign plan for White Oak Marketplace. 3 and 4 will be the planned development final plan and the final plat for Colonial Highlands. And then other business and then adjournment. So with that, I would entertain a motion for the consent agenda.
Madam Chair?
Yes, Commissioner?
I move that the minutes from the June 11th Planning Commission meeting be approved as submitted by staff.
Thank you, Commissioner Peel. Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Okay, Commissioner Fairbanks, second it. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carried for the consent agenda. Now we'll go to the master alternative sign plan for White Oak Marketplace, and Mr. Wright.
Yep, thank you, Chairman Banks and Commissioners. Before you this evening is a request for a master alternative sign plan amendment for White Oak Marketplace, which is located at the southwest corner of Southwest 7th Highway and Southwest Sunset Avenue. The purpose of amending the existing master sign plan is to allow for the installation of a 42 square foot wine and spirits sign that will be installed on the existing Price Chopper store. This would be on the north elevation, which is the front of the Price Chopper store. The previously approved master sign plan allowed, there was a previously approved 12.4 square foot grocery pickup sign, which is shown down here in this corner of the diagram, which would have been on the west elevation under their canopy. And then there was also an additional 29.6 square feet that was proposed for the future retail development on Lot 3, which is to the north of the Price Chopper and between Price Chopper and the back of Sunset Plaza. They're requesting to reduce the overall square signage area on that building, future building, in order to accommodate 42 square feet for the Price Chopper. The proposed change does not increase the total sign area for the White Oak Marketplace, which is currently at its maximum permitted signage with 2,320 square feet of total sign area. The proposed canopy sign here will be less than the maximum 10% wall coverage for the Price Chopper facade, and will be white individual letters and internally illuminated on the store's canopy. Staff does recommend approval of the master's alternative sign plan with one staff condition, and I'll be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Do the commissioners have any questions for Mr. Wright? Thank you very much. Would the applicant like to come forward? Do you want to state your name for the record?
Yeah, I'm Ryan Schurle with Schurle Signs,
Thank you.
and I'm just here to answer any questions, but I think he pretty much said it all, so.
Do the commissioners have any questions? I gather not. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. Well, with that, is there any comments that the commissioners like to make? Otherwise, I would entertain a motion for the master alternative sign plan for White Oak Marketplace.
Madam Chairman, make a
Commissioner
motion to approve master alternate sign plan ASP 05-18-6420 White Oak Marketplace. One condition.
Okay. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Mr. Graham? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, so the motion carried for the master alternative sign plan for White Oak Marketplace with the one condition. Thank you. All right, so now, Mr. Wright, you will take care of the Colonial Highlands, items 3 and 4.
Thank you, Chairman Banks and Commissioners. Before you this evening are two requests related to Colonial Highlands. The first is a PD final plan and then a final plat for the third and final phase of Colonial Highlands. The third phase is located at the southwest corner of Southeast Adams Parkway and Southeast Major Road. It includes 68 single-family lots on approximately 21.25 acres. There's also 3 open space tracts included in this phase. The lot layout, lot sizes, and setbacks generally match the approved concept plan from 2016, as well as the preliminary plat, with the exception of a few very minor deviations, including a slight decrease of less than 500 square feet in the open space, and less than a 1-foot increase in the maximum lot size on one of the lot widths on the subdivision. Staff is recommending several conditions related to required public improvements and neighborhood amenities to ensure that those are completed prior to approval of the final plat by the City Council, including some unfinished amenities in earlier development phases. All landscaping, trails, and signage in common open space tracts must be installed prior to City Council approval. I was out by the site today, and most of the street trees have been installed along Major Road. And then also a number of the evergreen trees have also been installed along Adams Parkway. Staff did receive a revised landscape plan on Friday, which was referenced in the staff report as a requirement that there will be some additional evergreen trees installed along the buffer along Major Road in the open space area. There's also some signage here that was also included in the plans that will also need to be installed. The only item that may be financially guaranteed for completion in the fall would be the ground cover, and staff has received a financial guarantee for that. The minimum livable square footage for the subdivision is 1,400 square feet, with a mix of 1, 1.5, and 2-story homes. On the screen are some examples of those homes that are proposed. This would be a new builder entering the subdivision, and the proposed styles are similar to the previously constructed homes elsewhere in the subdivision. Staff does recommend approval of both the PD final plan and final plat, each with 7 conditions that are in the staff report, and I'll be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Are there any questions for Mr. Wright? Mr. Billups?
Mr. Wright, does this require any additional construction on Major Road?
No, Major Road has been completed for this portion of Colonial Highlands. There would be additional building back to the west with a future development called the Gardens of Colonial Highlands, which is currently under construction.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions?
Madam Chair,
Commissioner Hill?
Mr. Wright, could you illustrate where the 3 open spaces are, please?
Yep. So on, zoom in here. There is a strip here, a 25-foot buffer along Adams Parkway. There's also a tract here, and then I think there's a small tract right there. So it's mostly concentrated along Major Road and Adams Parkway, with the exception of a small corner there, which is kind of serves as a buffer between the duplexes and the single-family lot.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Hearing none, would the applicant like to come forward? And if you'll state your name for Karen.
Sure. Dave Rinne with Schlagel and Associates, last name Rinne. I'm here on behalf of the developer. Tyler Slee is also with me tonight for Slee Development, and we reviewed the staff report and the stipulations by staff and are in agreement with the stipulations as well, and available to answer any questions.
Okay. Are there any other questions for the applicant? You've been really working out there. You had a lot of things to do.
Yeah, we're excited that this is the last phase and things have been moving really well out there, so we're happy to be able to finish this out.
Well, that's good. Okay. I guess they don't have any questions, so
Okay.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
And we will vote on these separately, so I would entertain a motion for the first item, the plan development, final plan.
Madam Chair,
Commissioner Billups?
I would move for approval of the plan development final plan PDF 05188422 with the 7 staff conditions.
6422.
Six, yeah.
Did I read it wrong?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, 6422. I was reading the other one.
Yeah.
6422.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Commissioner Fairbanks? Sorry, I was writing something down. Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, that motion carried to approve the planned development final plan for Colonial Highlands with the 7 conditions. Now entertain a motion for the final plat for Colonial Highlands.
Madam Chair, I'll try to get this one right.
Okay, and I will too.
I move for approval of the final plat PF 05186421 with these 7 staff conditions.
And do I hear a second?
Second.
Commissioner Haney? All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, the final plat for Colonial Highlands with the 7 conditions were approved also. That will be heard by the City Council July the 16th, 2018 at 6 o'clock, subject to all those conditions being met. Okay? Now, is there any other business?
Currently, we do have a Planning Commission meeting scheduled for Monday, July the 9th. We do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 applications coming forward that evening.
Okay.
So we will have a busy meeting that night.
All right.
3 of those are public hearings. One rezoning, or one of which is a rezoning, another is a vacation, and the third public hearing is a conditional use permit. We'll also have a master alternative sign plan and a preliminary plat coming forward.
Okay. All right.
And that is all that I have.
All right. Is there any other news you have downtown? Do you have any other activities?
Downtown's been very busy. Main Street's been closed the last 2 weekends. It'll be closed again this Saturday. For the Blue Oval Ford Club is having a big car show. They'll have about 1,000 Fords or something like that downtown this Saturday. So
That's wonderful.
everybody come down and say hi and see what's going on downtown.
It's always busy.
Always busy.
All right. Is there any other business? Hearing none, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Everyone in favor of adjournment, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right, meeting's adjourned. Thank you. Good night.